Well, well, well. State 63. Woo-wee! It's been a fun few weeks. Your president thanks you for your patience and your kindness and all the fun we've had. Is now BXM's turn in the rotation for the Capitol, although I see currently there's chaos occurring in the mud, so we'll see what happens. But someone will be your new president. They're not going to be as sexy as me. I'm sorry. Can't do anything for you there. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time. And since it's, half an hour before go time, I can't put this off any longer. It's time for our drinking game, the Two Tanks, in which I'm about to show you an example of recreating the world's most expensive cocktail, which was served just this last April in Dubai, and the world's grossest cocktail, the Bloody Spooge, which is gross. Thank you all again so much. It's been a pleasure being your president. Enjoy. Hello again. So, we're now at the conclusion of the presidency, and therefore it's time to select our two winners of the Two Tank Challenge. For our number one spot, I got to thank some of my own people in Cat who were like, why don't you just make the most expensive cocktail in the world? So I did a little digging. The actual world record was set just this last April in Dubai with the Nahate. Nahate is a celebration of the 260th anniversary of Baccarat. And the master mixologist uses a super refined Patron tequila it's supposed to be a secret blend, but when you read about its notes, it's a very extra aged oaky tequila. So fortunately, as I'm on a big aging binge, I have super añejo tequila that I have in my oak barrel ager. So it's going to be extra añejo and extra oaky. Not the same as what they're using, but you have to understand that the cocktail in question retails at 40,000 euros per drink. We're not doing that version. So we have our extra añejo oaky tequila. They also use Lillet, which is a very expensive, slightly bitter, fruity aperitif wine. So we've got a non-Lillet version of that just because I can't buy Lillet anywhere near where I live. And then finally, they use Augusta bitters, but because theirs is super fancy, it's like the 1930s and there's 4 bottles in existence. I don't want to spend $250,000 bidding on a bottle of bitters, so I have regular Augusta bitters. So same general ingredients, but not 40,000 euros. So we're going to build it right now, see how it is. We're going to have some ice. And then we're going to take our aging barrel, and we're going to get some of this super aged tequila. All right. 1.5. What a blind pour. That's gorgeous. So you can see the coloration. It's got a nice caramel color. When you age tequila, it's never going to get so dark that it looks like a dark whiskey or bourbon, but it is going to darken, and it gets sort of like a faded woody brown when they're good. Okay. Simple enough to build. You're then going to use your fruity bitter aperitif wine. This one's a rosé version. And then your bitters. Again, not the 1930s version. Now in the Nahate, the real one, this was also served in these classic Baccarat glasses that are hollow stemmed. And I believe there's 2 of them left in existence. So you get to go home with one of those glasses. I'm sure that's part of the insane cost of the drink. The Nahate. It's nice. It's nice. The bitterness really cuts through the sweetness, and it gives it character and texture. And that agave flavor from the tequila shines through. I think it's a really good idea to use an oaky aged tequila like that. All right. Well, guess we're going to have to go on and go to the gross drink now. Ooh. All right, all right, all right. It's time for our third tank. And remember, fourth tank's the weakest, but that's if you're pay to win. Poor people have their third tank as the terrible one. I'm actually going to thank an ex-clanmate, Little Miss Penguin, for coming up with this one. So she sent me a joke talking about the horse spooge. But there's a real drink called the Bloody Spooge. That's like an actual joke drink they serve at bars. And I used to do these. I used to do fundraisers with silly, gross drinks. That's why I brought this up in the first place. So the Bloody Spooge is terrible. And I'm going to show you why it's called that right now. You're going to start with your house pour vodka. Okay, I like to use Grey Goose. Use whatever you want. Doesn't matter. You just need yourself a liquor base. Next, you're going to add your milk. Great. Here's where the fun's going to come. Lime juice or lemon juice. Yeah. What this is going to do is it's going to curdle the milk. The acidic acid curdles the dairy, much like the same way you make a cement mixer. Nice and chunky. Then, you're going to take your grenadine, and you're just going to drizzle it. Just drizzle it. Before I do, I just want you to see real quick how chunky this gets. Look at how it sticks. Yeah. The actual flavor isn't as gross as you would think it is. It's the texture that makes people go crazy at the bar. It's the same thing as a cement mixer, just visually disgusting. We drizzle a little bit of grenadine just to make that spooge kind of bloody. Mix it up a bit. Look at that chunky. I want you to see what it looks like up top. All right. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if that worked or not. Whatever. We'll see. In any case, gross. Thank you all so much. Oh, no, not good. The trick, to doing gross shots, you just gotta do it fast. You just gotta power it down. Don't think, get it out, get it done. Well, there we have it, man. State 63, thank you so much. I've had fun. I hope y'all have had fun. I may no longer be your president, but I will always be the people's president. And I look forward to seeing you for the next episode of Lassie News. I'm going to go throw up and brush my teeth like 700 times. Have a good one, boys. Woo!